Hey everybody, welcome back to Kill by Daylight, PTB patch 8.7.0, dawn of the final day. If you know, you know, and if you know, no. New Survivor, mid-chapter update, solo Survivor chapter thing that's happening May 6th, I believe. I believe that's when the full thing releases, but we got our patch notes here. Exciting. New solo Survivor, very good lore. Like, the way they did this, where they were posting, like 30 to 60 second audio files, very good, very engaging. It's very cool, very good story of like, oh, this is her, she's a medic, ambulance, not a medic, but like, she's a doctor, she's a nurse, she's one of those medical professions. And like, that happened, and then the second one was like, yeah, call to a weird scene where somebody got electrocuted really badly, and this, and this, but it's reminding her how, either her girlfriend or her wife, I'm unclear on that specific, but how they died. So it had her a little shook, and then the third one was like, yeah, she hasn't shown up for work, and that's not like her, so there's little lore here. It's very good. Very good way of doing that, getting us introduced to a new character, their personality, their drive, their motivation. Very, very good. Orella Rose is her name. Please, and I'm saying this all earnest and honestly, please correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Orella? Orella? I don't know which one is correct. Please, like, somehow, like, phonetically how to say it. Orella feels correct, but also wrong at the same time. It's weird. That is her. That is Orella. That is her. She is her. And I am me. I'm Matt Taven. New perks. I've been seeing so many people be like, oh my god, these new perks are busted. They're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're not like the big thing that people were really worried about, like, oh, it's a solo Survivor chapter. It's an original Survivor as well. You gotta give people a reason to buy the chapter, so, like, everybody's having flashbacks to Michaela. When Michaela came to the game, like, oh, god, boon circle healing, shadow step, that third boon she came with, I don't remember the name of, but I don't think anybody uses, because shadow step is, like, the GOAT, and circle healing is still good even after it got planted 6 feet deep. Like, oh my god, we're gonna go to meta breaking because it's solo, and you don't want people not buying it, so we gotta give her something strong. These are all good perks. Like, when she drops May 6th, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I don't want to get up to P3 because, no, these are all really good. This one, rapid response, we'll talk about. I'm a little confused on, but it might be just how it's dictated here or said here, but it is what it is. Do no harm. When you heal another survivor, for each hook state they have, you heal 50% faster and gain 3% progress for succeeding great skill checks. That's pretty good. If they have one hook, if they have no hook state, oops, it's not active. If they have one hook state, it's 50% faster, and because of the way it's worded, for each hook state, if they have 2 hook states, you heal them 100% faster. That's pretty good. This nice little thing, 3% progress for succeeding great skill checks. I think it was Otz who did the video, like, oh, if you're gonna run a medkit, run this stuff instead. Post the big medkit nerf. And it's I believe it's the suture or the tubing add-ons? I don't remember which one or what they're called, but one's a green, we'll talk about that. As of right now, this recording, the day the PTB went up, April 15th, 2025, they're a yellow. If you're like, what the hell is he talking about? We'll get to it. Don't worry. We'll get to it. It's very weird. It's a very weird change. But they're yellow and green add-ons, and they make it so skill checks while healing occur more frequently, and you get a bigger bonus when succeeding at great skill checks. I think running one of those, probably the green one at this time of recording, and the brown at the time of recording, brown add-on that makes it so the skill checks, a great skill check area is larger. I think that's going to pair very well with this perk. I like this perk. I like this perk a lot because they have to have a hook state, so it's not on all the time, and you have a really good, like, effect on it. And then like a nice bonus effect with this. I dig it. Is it broken? No. Is it good? Yes. That's gonna be good on any healer build. If you have like those dumb challenges, don't know if they're still gonna exist, but like heal X amount of people fully. This plus that setup I just said with the med kit, probably the way to go. Next perk, Duty of Care. When you take a protection hit while healthy, very key word there, because if you take a protection hit while you're unhealthy, you're dead. So, okay. All other survivors within 16 meters gain 25% haste for 6 seconds. That is an endgame perk. That's very good endgame perk. You unhook somebody, or you're like, you see one of your teammates who's injured, they're running from the kill, it kills right behind them, you swoop in, take a protection hit, you get the speed boost from taking the hit, but everybody around you, if it's like your SEAL Team 6, it's going to be the other 3 survivors, or the other 2 survivors around you, willing to take protection hits. You gain they gain 25% haste for 6 seconds. That's a 4-man out. That's really good. Is it broken? No. It is really good though. Extremely good. Last one, rapid response. This is the one, like I said, need clarification. When you do a fast loxer, yep, that's it. All right, sorry for the abrupt cut or interruption or what have you. The cat went out of the room. Cats are cats, right? Anyway, rapid response. When you do a fast locker exit, you suffer from exhausted status effect for 30 seconds. Okay. When you gain exhausted, you see the killer's aura for 2 seconds. Okay. Exhausted prevents you from using perks that cause exhausted. Now, I haven't watched any of the videos, so I don't know if this is the perk people are like, it's busted! Oh my Jesus! I'm more probably leaning towards like Duty of Care or Do No Harm, because they're way better than this. Because 2 seconds is not nothing, but it's closer to nothing than something, right? But if this works how I'm reading it, right? When you gain exhausted, you see the killer's aura for 2 seconds, right? Go to this page. This is the wiki for exhausted status effect, right? There's a lot that cause exhaustion. These are I don't know why it says unlockables, they're add-ons, but oh, whatever. A lot of killer add-ons cause exhaustion, and there's sometimes some of the more used or better ones, because exhausted perks are very powerful in this game. They have to be for the downside that they give you. So there's a lot of them that are here. Like, they're the higher rarity ones, because sometimes they're really, really, really good. And then you have an item like this, the remote flame turret. When you're facing the xenomorph, it's their, that's the turret, the fire turret that burns them really, really bad now because we didn't think things through. That causes exhaustion? Didn't know that. I didn't know that caused exhaustion. I didn't know that. Okay, hindered, yes, and incapacitated, but hindered or exhausted? Didn't know that. But then you have the perks, like Adrenaline, Bounce Landing, Dead Hard, one of the best perks in the game, still, Head On, a very fun one. Iron Will doesn't do that. You gotta update your wiki here, guys. Life, a very good one, made for this, doesn't do that. Again, same thing, you gotta update your shit. Overcome, in my opinion, one of the most slept on perks in the game for escaping chases. Really good. Smash Hit, Sprint Burst, obviously. And then you have some killer ones like Blood Echo, which isn't used very often, but when it is used, it is very potent. It causes exhaustion for 30 seconds if you are injured when somebody else gets hooked. Okay, there's that one. Then you see it down here, Genetic Limits. When a survivor loses a health state, they suffer from exhaustion for 8 seconds. That's a pretty good perk that they buffed a little bit ago, I believe. Languid Touch. If you scare a crow within 36 meters of the killer's location, you're exhausted for 10 seconds. Okay. Mindbreaker is used on like every stealth killer ever, especially Mikey and Ghostface. Incurs blindness and exhaustion. Septic Touch is not used by anybody, but causes exhaustion, right? You see like the thing here, and then you have like the team up skills for 2v8. You gain, it's Sprint Burst, so it causes exhaustion. Obviously, it's not going to stack, right? You can't just like every time. Exhaustion has to end for it to proc. I'm assuming that's how it's gonna work, right? So that's that 60 to 30 second time span has to elapse before you can get use out of this, so it's not that good. But also, the second way that I'm reading it here is these two are connected. This is in a bottle. This perk is in a bottle. This secondary thing down here that you see the killer's aura only gets procced when you do the first line of text, right? That's what I need clarification on, because if it's just like, oh, anytime you are exhausted, you see the killer's aura for 2 seconds. Okay, maybe somebody has a video out there that I haven't really seen where they're using sprint burst at the start of the match and they're sprinting bursting away and they go, oh, the killer's over there, haha, I see you now, right? I have lethal pursuer now. Jake's fist at the clouds. So I'm very curious if this is just self-contained or it is whenever you get exhausted. That's the only thing. It's the only perk that I could call mid out of this entire set, right? Duty of Care, you gotta get to the end game first, right? That's harder than you think. That's harder than just saying it out loud. So, and you gotta take a protection hit. So there's a lot of caveats there. You gotta get to the end game. You gotta take a protection hit while healthy. There's a lot of things that happen there. So, but when it does proc, it's very strong. This is gonna be strong pretty much mid to late game all the time, right? People have hook states. You heal them 50% faster, just flat out. Medkit makes it go burr, and then you get the more progress, and then you run that medkit setup that I said. It's gonna be really good. Her perks are good. I'm not gonna sit here and like, add up challenge is gonna be so difficult. No, they're not, because I'm gonna be able to keep my teammates alive. See the killer's aura one way or the other. The only problem is you got a fast locker exit, so that's gonna make a noise notification, and they're gonna know where you are. I was like, oh, it's a problem. But either way, you get some info. You have survivability from your for your teammates, so they can help you out more. And then hopefully everybody's running this at the end game, and we can get out of it successfully, right? Very good perks. Very good perks. Broken? No. Good? Yes. Killer shenanigans. Doctor, they added a cooldown to interrupting hooks with shock therapy repeatedly. That's fine. Houndmaster, they decreased the dog's vault speed during chase to 0.65. It was 0.45. Like, wait, how is bigger number decrease? It's seconds. It's okay. My brain broke. It's fine. They double devious point scoring event, blood point thing. My brain broke. It's fine. Remove the turn rate limit during open phase of Demon Strike. Now only go burr, but he could turn really fast. That's what that reads to me. This, along with some of the other stuff we're about to cover, is I believe I agree with what Scott said in his video about how this is stuff preparing for the FNAF chapter and the newer players coming in. It's a lot of stuff that benefits newer players. This is just a good change, like getting shocked repeatedly, interrupting hook, the unhooks. That's not really needed. So this change is fine. This is just fixing Snug, apparently. Apparently Snug's vault speed was stupidly broken. So this is just fixing it. This is not a nerf, this is a fix, technically. It should be in the bug fix section. But whatever. And Oni? I love Oni. Anything that buffs him, maybe, is good. Perks getting updates. These are buffs, technically. I say technically because the haste and hindered stacking. We'll read this first before we get into that, because all of that is basically. The effects of haste and hindered no longer stack with themselves. While multiple haste and hindered stacks are active, the largest percentage is used. So if you have a 5 and a 6, the 6 is getting used, not the 5. Bad example, but you get it. Speed bonus / penalty of haste and hindered are now shown on their respective status icon screens. That's very helpful, so you know how slow you're going or fast you're going. Perks which affect movement speed now mention haste or hindered in their description. Just a good quality of life on that last one. So these are being buffed, I think, to compensate for that. Some of them might be a little overtuned, but it is what it is. We'll have to see what the PTB brings. Dark Theory increased the haste effect to 3. It was 2%. Minor, very minor. Breakout increased the haste effect while near a carried survivor to 10%. Was 7. That seems like a lot, but that's a 3% increase. It is what it is. Nobody uses Breakout because you have to be like touching tips with the killer while he's carrying another survivor for it to activate now. So, it's not very good. Champion of Light, people saying like, oh my god, they just broke Champion of Light. It's God tier now. Bro, it's never been God tier. They increase the haste effect while using a flashlight by 70%. The times that this has thrown off my aim while trying to flashlight blind, I would be a billionaire if I got a penny every time it did. This perk sucks, and if you're saying like, no it doesn't, you are wrong. Sorry. Pallet stun the killer, you start flashlight blind them as you back away to get some distance so they can't just swing and hit you. You're moving back right now 50% faster? That throws off my aim and like, it sucks. It's not a good perk. Alan Wake did not come with good perks. I think we can all agree on that one. And then Low and Left Behind, a perk that nobody uses, even though it's pretty good. And now increase the haste effect of unhooked survivors by 10% instead of applying a separate haste effect. So there you go. Killer perks, Furtive Chase, the haste effect after hooking the obsession is now 10. It was 5. That's double. That's a lot. Unbound, increase the haste effect after vaulting a window to 10%. It was 5. That's double. That seems like a lot. We'll have to see how it plays out. And then they just reworked Pentimento, but for the better. Again, as Scott said, and I agree, this is a big step for newer players, because Pentimento, even for somebody who's been playing the game for 5 years now, kind of a bitch to go against. You see the aura of cleansed totems and can rekindle each totem once. Same thing. While a totem is rekindled, survivors heal and repair 15% slower. Just one rekindled Pentimento totem. That's the flat effect. And then you gain plus 5% for each additional rekindled totem. Okay. Pretty good. If all 5 totems are rekindled simultaneously, all totems are permanently blocked by the entity. So that's the same. Survivors cursed by this perk see rekindled totems auras within 16 meters. That's pretty good. Because the pain in the ass with Pentimento was, I did this totem. They don't have Ruin or Devour Hope or whatever up now, right? Some other hex perk. And you go away and you do a gen, and then you see the Pentimento. It's like, oh, now I gotta remember where the hell that totem is. Uh-oh, so you're spending way more time looking for the totem. This makes it a little bit easier. This overall is a good change, because to get the repair penalty, I believe you had to rekindle 2 totems currently. Let's do it. Here. Pentimento. Yeah, you can farm a cleanse totem, rekindle totems. 1 totem is the repair speed by 30%. 2 is healing speed. So you needed 2 to get both effects. Now it's 1 for half of it. That's fine. 3 totems reduce the survivor's recovery speed while being down. Okay, whatever. 4 is reducing the gate opening speed by 30%. That's really good. I kind of wish they kept that a little bit. And then, of course, all 5 is blocked. I kind of wish they were like, survivor healing speed, repair, and gate opening is 15% slower. I think that would have been pretty good. But now you just rekindle 1 totem, and they're penalized 15% for healing and repair. Pretty good. It's not bad, but it's not God tier like it is now. So that's cool. The quest system, this is what I've been asking for years now. And unified place for all quests, which include daily, event, rift quests, and much more. Gameplay adjustments, added protection for survivors when your teammates spam unhook interaction without ever unhooking. That is basically, you're trying to like kill your teammate in real life by spamming it and trying to cause a seizure. I've had that happen to me. Not the seizure part, but like people just spamming unhook. It's like, bro, okay, you're being a shithead for no reason. Literally, just no reason. Like, all right, I unhooked you, I healed you, like, took protection, it's whatever, and then I'm on death hook and you're just gonna, like, start being a shithead for no reason? Like, fuck off? That's my response. Like, go away. Just uninstall the game if that's how you're gonna be. So now, once you go for an unhook, you're locked into that animation because you can't get interrupted, you can't get grabbed anymore. So there's no real downside to that. Added protection for failing skill checks, that trigger right when the interaction is stopped. We've been there. Several times on video. Everybody's had that experience. We were working on a gen. Oh shit, the killer's coming. Let me get off this gen. And the generator blows up because it just decided to trigger a skill check as soon as you let go of the button. So now that has stopped, thankfully. Don't know how they're doing it, they really don't say, they just added a protection. I think people are theorizing like, oh, they added a slight cooldown to it maybe, or something. That's cool. They added stuff to the surrender option, killer scenario, 10 minutes after the last gen is completed, the killer has the option to surrender. If they finish the last gen and they're just gonna fuck around, that's more blood points. Everything with the surrender option, like, that's just more blood points. The option that you should do with the surrender option is that it keeps your match progress for challenges, because it doesn't. I've been slugged, my entire team's been slugged since this update. I'm like, oh, surrender. And it says, oh, you keep the blood points, but nothing fucking else. You don't get to keep your rift progress. You don't get to keep any of that. Change that. If somebody is being like this, where they're technically holding you hostage, technically, like 10 minutes after the last gen is completed, no doors are open, that's being held hostage. If somebody is like, I'm gonna slug the entire team and then just sit there, or that's all they do, is like five gens left, they just slug, like, have me keep everything. Rift progress, blood points, level progress. There's no reason not to let me keep that. That's just dumb. Just fix that. That's all I ask. And then the most useless thing, rarity levels have been revised to better surface different tier value and adding a new tag-based system that allows to surface extra information to players. Surface? What the what does that mean? To better surface different tier value? Rarity levels have been revised to better explain different tier value and adding a new tag-based system that allows to explain extra information. That, like, I understand there's a language barrier here. They're translating from French. Fine, that is what it is. But like, have one of your, like, stop using like Google Translate. I don't know. Better surface. Better suffice? That doesn't make sense. Better suffice different? That's bad English and French, I think. Okay, that's not needed. This is not needed. Bot improvements, yay. Bots are no longer trigger happy with their flashlights. Holy shit. I didn't read the bot part because like, okay, bots. Trying to learn a new killer and the bot gets a flashlight. Oh my god, they are god tier snipers with the flashlights. They always click it. It's so hilarious. Smoothing the camera direction of bots while turning corners, so they're more human now. And then we get a bunch of bug fixes or whatever. We have footage. I guess. Oh, because there we go. Good lord. The wiki needs an update, like, visually. Not this update. Credit to D-Strike. Shout out to D-Strike. Again. This is what the rarity looks like now. 8.6.1. Like, okay, yellow tier, yellow is yellow, uncommon is yellow. Okay. Now it's green? Why? Why? That just fucks up so much. Rare is green currently. Okay. No, now it's blue. Why? Like, I like that shade of blue. That's a good looking blue. Very rare is purple. Get this, is still purple. They changed. Oh my god. This is so dumb. This is such a stupid change. Like, they did it with the offerings too. Common offerings the same. Uncommon rarities are no longer orange. They are now green. Why? This is such a useless change. Like, offerings got changed to... Why? Again, I like the blue. It's a good blue. Fucking why, though? Just let it so people who, like, play the game, like on console and not just PC, can just mod in their own, like, icons, right? Because that's what this is basically doing. You're changing icon color. Like, everybody, like, uses a mod pack to, like, change their icon logos and shit like that. It doesn't affect the game. It just gives you a little bit of more personality to your game specifically. Just let us do, like, add a mod shop. Gives a fuck. Why are you doing this? Ultra rare rarity has been removed or renamed. Hold up, hold up. Back beast. Ebony Mori, yep, ultra rare. Visceral. Interesting. Okay.
You're a good bear, naughty bear.
Why did you have to use Naughty Bear? As, oh, I guess because he's a, yeah, visceral. Fine. What is that weapon? What the fuck? Why does he have a leaf? Cosmetics with certain rarities have a new icon look. It also displays what cosmetic comes with as well. Yeah, so it shows you all of this now. That's a good UI update, and it tells you new voice lines, unique menu animations, model change. That's pretty good. It lets you know what a legendary outfit entails. That's good. It also displays what the cosmetic comes with, as if it's licensed or not. That's cool. I like that change. That's a good UI update. +1 on that one. New rarity called Ascended, which falls between the middle of being legendary and ultra rare. Okay. I don't remember what these are called now, currently. They're not called Ascended, they've been changed. For some reason the artifact, hello, big face. Rarity has been removed. Okay. I think, okay, that's fine. Now we got the quest system, which is the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, outside of the new perks, obviously. The archive has been removed completely. That's fun. You now have a new system called quests. This looks pretty good. Rift Pass quests, they're all here. Week 1 is specifically said, week 2. Milestones. I'm curious, as everybody else is, if the milestones are just like one and done, or you can repeat them. I think it'd be cool if you could repeat them, but then they would have to be like, not so good rewards, but it is what it is. Quest tab, you can now complete all quests without the need of selecting them one at a time. That is fantastic. That is what I have wanted all along, because, like, complete 3 quests, like, okay, that's new. Reveal auras? Okay, that's not, it doesn't look like it's for more. That's weird. That's a big one. 800 seconds. That's a lot. But like, oh, blind the killer while they're carrying another survivor, and then escape 10 chases. Like, every other game that has a battle pass lets you complete multiple things in one match. So why not Dead by Daylight, right? It's just like a common thing, right? Heal a total of 2 health states while also being chased for 150 seconds. Why? Yes, let me complete that in one match. Just let me complete it in one match. Hide within a killer's terrarius without being caught for a total of 60 seconds. Yeah, let me complete all 3 of those and then get this one and be like, all right, there's my. Let me accrue all those things. Like, this is great. This looks great so far. Yeah, all quests without needing to select one at a time. That's excellent. That's fantastic. These are probably also just like temp ones, right? Because these are not quests that are in the current tome. Also, new milestone tab, which will have a new quest upwards to 10. It sucks that it caps at 10. Have a new quest afterwards. Hold on. There's also a new milestone tab, which will have a new quest afterwards up till 10. Oh, they're all steps 1 of 10. Okay. Can I get in there? 20,000 blood points and 10 fragment. I'm hoping that escalates, that increases as you get through the steps. Right, because I'm assuming it's like, hook 5 survivors, and the next one's like, hook 10 survivors, so it should be like, at least 1.5 times that. We'll have to see. You can also pin up to 15 quests, which you can track in-game. That's nice. There are so many times where I'm like, I start the match going, what am I trying to do in this match? Oh, that's what I'm doing. That's fantastic. Dailies or whatever. Completing multiple dailies in one thing, depending on how they rework them, is... Right, we're gonna have to see about that one, because sometimes you get, like, These are very generic ones, like break 3 gens, hook 3 survivors, complete a trial. Okay. These are very generic. I don't know if they're getting rid of the killer and character specific ones. I don't remember seeing anything that they said about that. So, gonna have to see about that. Because if they get rid of those, then this is really easy. This is great. And you get rift fragments from it. Fantastic. Gives you a reason to do dailies and not just like other stuff. Rift Pass also got a new overhaul look. They said they're changing the Rift Pass to now include more cosmetics or something like that, or the Deep Rift, whatever it is. This looks fine. This looks fine. One in a match details screen, you can see here. Yeah, okay. That's, I feel there's so much fucking space down here. There's so much negative space in this little L-shaped area here. But, oh, you can see the offerings over here too, huh? That's pretty cool. I like that. You won't have to wait till endgame to be like, who the fuck brought us to this map? Oh, it's Jim Bob. Like, you have so much empty space down here. Just have it extend. Since all the quests are active, you now get a pop-up every now and then telling you you've completed a challenge. That's fine. Oh, shit. That's fine. Yeah, that's how that should work. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. After finishing the match, you'll get a notice at the bottom of the new pop-up. Clicking next will tell you your rewards you've obtained from both challenges and from the Rift. I wish that was a little bigger, but hey, here we are.
That isn't right here.
Goddamn right. Oh shit. You go, oh, I'm rich. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. That's really fine. This looks overall really great, right? There's a lot of stuff in here that is like more aimed towards newer players, but it's not gonna not affect us veterans of the game, if that makes sense, right? This is gonna help us. This is an annoyance that happens every once in a while. That's gonna help us. This is fine. People like doom and gloom, like, oh no. Clown though, I'm like, piss bottles are useless. I don't care. Like that's my take. This is the best thing coming. Quest system. Surrender option again needs a whatever. This is pointless, I think. Unless they're gonna give us new cosmetics with different rarities and like, I don't, useless. Okay, bot stuff, whatever. Perk stuff, again, Pentimento is the biggest thing that's going to affect everybody because it is a problem when it happens. It's all good stuff. This is a fix, not a nerf. The new perks are pretty good. I need to see how rapid response works, first and foremost, before being like, oh, it's trash. Because if it's only after you fast locker, why do you keep saying locker? Fast locker exit, that's the only way to proc this aura reveal. This needs to be shot up to like at least 4 seconds. These numbers need to be doubled, I think. But if it's like, oh, anytime you dab on them and hit the dead hard and you get that speed boost away, you're exhausted, you see their aura for 2 seconds, that's just enough, right? Although you're gonna be looking forward to see you don't bump into anything, so you're not gonna have real value. Same thing with Overcome. It is what it is, but it's all good stuff. I really like this. This is the prelude to FNAF, right? We're on the, like I said in the beginning, you didn't know, you know, now you know. We're in the dawn of the final day. We're getting close to the reveal. This comes out 3 days before the reveal, officially. So, this is a good setup to what that is going to entail. We got a new survivor, new perks that are pretty good. A lot of good changes for new and existing players. It's a good setup patch with a lot of cool stuff coming. That's my opinion on it. It's a solid A tier patch. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this explanation of how not to say the new survivor's name correctly, I guess, hook the like button, more subscribe button, bing bong that bell, and until next time, I will see you in the fog. Good luck.